Good evening, grade 8 families. My name is Margaret Connolly, and I'm the proud principal of LCVI in Calvin Park Public School. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this live event. I'm going to start with the land acknowledgement. The Limestone District School Board is situated on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee. We acknowledge their enduring presence on this land, as well as the presence of Métis, Inuit, and other First Nations from across Turtle Island. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. This evening, you'll have the opportunity to learn more about our outstanding Choices at 9 programs, our AP Prep program, Academic Arts Enrichment Program, as well as the Advanced Placement Program for students in grades 11 and 12. I want to start out by sharing a bit about our school. We have almost 1,100 students in our building. We have about 670 students at LC and about 400 at Calvin Park. And this is the first year of the integration of our two schools, and we are excited about the opportunities for our students as we integrate and build a 7 to 12 collaborative learning community. The focus of our school is on fostering the traits of grit, growth, and gratitude. We call them the 3 Gs. We strive to cultivate in our students the desire to persevere, to reach beyond, and to be grateful. As you know, we are located in central Kingston, and students come to us from all across the district. If you ask our students what they're most proud of, many will say our diversity, our sense of community, the caring staff who help them reach their goals, and the amazing school spirit we have here at LCVI. LCVI is a composite school, meaning we have a wide variety of programs and course offerings. We have many tech courses, a school to community program, co-op, specialist high skills major, the most of any school in the board. We have focus programs including Cook's internship, creative arts, hair and aesthetics, and studio LC. We have a large international student population, ESL courses for English language learners, a strong music program, and much more. Our school size allows us to be able to offer a wide variety of courses and opportunities, and our size also allows us to really get to know our students. And I was new to LC in Calvin Park just this past September, and I have been impressed by many things, but one is certainly our strong sense of community that we have and how well our students, how well our staff know our students and how best to support them. And one of the things I think that contributes to this is we have a 3-day grade 9 orientation program that we run in the last week of August before school starts. And it is unique to LCVI, and it really helps to promote a smooth transition to high school. I also wanted to just quickly mention that a couple weeks ago, the Ministry of Education made an announcement about de-streaming for next school year. And so you may be aware that beginning in September 2022, all grade 9 compulsory subjects in Ontario will be de-streamed. So currently the options, there's applied and academic courses in grade 9, but next fall, applied courses will no longer be offered. And so the compulsory courses that grade 9s will take will be de-stream math, de-stream science, academic English, academic geography, and outside of these courses, students will choose 3 elective courses. And we know that some people were wondering how this de-streaming announcement would impact our Choices at 9 enrichment programs. And our understanding is that it will not, that our programs will run as usual. So our AP Prep and AAEP programs will continue to allow students the opportunity to learn at an accelerated pace, go deeper with their learning, and provide an avenue to foster creativity, innovation, and intellectual curiosity. I want to thank our staff for putting together this evening. And at this point, I'm going to turn things over to Corinna Dupuis, our Head of Student Services here at LCVI. So thank you so much, everyone, for your interest in our Choices at 9 programs and for taking the time to join us this evening.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Corinna Dupuis. I'm the Head of Student Services at LCVI. Essentially, that means I'm a guidance counselor here. My primary focus is with the seniors, the grade 11s and 12s, my main job being getting your children where they want to be after high school. That's kind of my primary focus, but I do work a lot with students on social and emotional needs and just their day-to-day planning and job searching and program searching and all that kind of stuff. I'm really happy you're all here. It's a big number of you that showed up tonight, so I really appreciate you taking your time to come see us. I'm sorry, the mics and the cameras, it's just because with Teams it does tend to lag if people turn on their cameras and whatnot. So there is a chat function up at the top. It's a little speech bubble. You can just click on that, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to put them in there. I might get to them at the end of this little bit, but we will get to them for sure. So just go ahead and type any questions you want in there. So just a few things is at the end of this, Mrs. Reed Gray will follow me. And then after that, I will post the links to the next 2 meetings in the chat. And then it'll show up on your speech bubble here. And then there'll be another meeting at 8 o'clock. But I'll show you where you can find those links just in case. I'm going to touch on a very few things very quickly. A few of the things Ms. Connolly just said already, so it shouldn't take very much time. And then we're going to move on. So I'm just going to share my screen here with you. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about some of the basics. So we are going to do a few introductions just of our department and who we are and what we do here, but pretty quickly talk to you a little bit about the programs, but you're going to hear so much more tonight from the actual teachers. We're going to do about 5 FAQs that we hear every year, and then I'm going to be followed by my coworker, Martha Reed Gray. And then we're going to do a Q&A if you want to ask some questions at the end. Again, there'll be those breakout sessions at 7:30, and there'll be an AP webinar at 8 o'clock. And just for as a side note, our grade 8 Parents Night for all programming, so our formally applied, I suppose, academic pathways will be on December 29th at 7 p.m. in the same sort of format. And those links will go out soon. So here's our team. This is our student success team here at LCVI. I like to think of us as a very tight group. So there's myself. As I said, I'm the head of student services. Next to me is Mrs. Reed Gray. She's primarily our grade 9 and 10 counselor, but she's also our main AAEP and AP coordinator as well. And then here you have Ms. Moore. She's our lead student success teacher. So she's the one who makes sure that students earn their credits. She helps with credit recovery. So if a student was unsuccessful, she will pull them down and work with them to get them that credit. Or she helps in credit rescue, which means if a credit is in jeopardy, they go down to her and she helps them work. And then with her is Mr. Meyer. He's our learning program support teacher or LPS teacher. And he's kind of in charge of IEPs, so your individual education plan. So if your child has any special education needs or any accommodation requests, he's the one who would help facilitate that. He helps update your IEPs. He also helps you with your assistive technology. And then next to that, we have Janice Cole. This is a new position for any of you who haven't had any students in high school yet. So she is our adolescent care worker. She works here 5 days a week, and she's here for social emotional support. So she's there all day for students to be able to drop in and see her and just talk to them about their kind of day-to-day issues. We also do have a social worker here on Tuesdays and Fridays right now, and she deals more with the long-term issues and problems that students might be having. But we're lucky now because we have someone full-time, whereas in elementary it's usually only 1 or 2 days a week. I won't talk to this too long, but it's my favorite thing about this school in particular. This is where I started my career 16 years ago. It is definitely the most diverse school in Kingston, and that's something we're very proud of. It's also what's considered to be a composite school, so which basically means we offer kind of a little bit of everything. We offer a lot of enrichment, we offer a lot of tech and all these opportunities for students, so it makes us quite unique. We obviously have the applied programming still exists at this point in grade 10. Not sure what that's going to look like in the future, but who knows. We have our academic, we have our locally developed programming, we have right now 4 school to community classes as well. We have our AP prep, obviously, our academic arts, and then for our grade 11s and 12s have access to advanced placement courses. And as Ms. Connolly mentioned, we have a fantastic tech wing at the back of our school. We have a full hair salon back there that I don't think many people know about. We offer a 2-year program where when students are done, they're a qualified hairdresser, they've achieved their apprenticeship level. We have a welding room, we have a construction room. We do have an auto lab right now as well. We don't have an auto teacher at this exact time, but hopefully that'll come back. Then we also have communications technologies similar to graphic design. We have computer engineering, which is more software based. We have technical design, which is sort of like industrial design. We also have a fantastic music program. Obviously, COVID has been really tough for our huge number of musically inclined students. So with restrictions loosening, we hope that a lot of this gets to come back because we have a fantastic jazz band, we have choir classes, we have repertoire classes, and just guitar classes. So we have been managing with guitar. Our music teacher, Mr. McCann, he'll be doing a presentation later. He's been great with adapting to just offering more guitar classes during COVID because it was COVID friendly. And then my favorite part of the school probably is the culinary arts, because we have a fantastic kitchen. We've got two fantastic chefs back there, Chef Montgomery and Kirby. They have a cook's internship focus program where the students essentially cook all day. We also generally offer a lunch hour CAF class, so the students prepare amazing meals for the rest of the student body and staff to purchase. And then we have one-off cooking classes as well. That seems to be coming back to normal slowly, so hopefully we can get back to that lunch program soon. And another thing that's fantastic is we have a very significant international student population here, and that is so great for a city like Kingston. We have different types of international students as well. We have some that are fee paying, so they pay a tuition to come and study with us. Sometimes they stay a semester and they're just kind of here for the experience. Sometimes it's for a year and they're working on their English academics. Sometimes they're here to graduate because they want to attend a Canadian college or university. But I mean, we have students right now, a lot of from Italy and Turkey and Korea and China, Japan, Spain, all over the place. And then we also have a fantastic group of English language learners that we have a number of refugees here in the school. We also have a lot of permanent residents here, again, students on student visas. So it's just a really beautiful mix here at the school. That means we get to offer our ESL classes and English language development classes here. And as Ms. Connolly said, we have a large number of specialist high skills majors. So essentially when you graduate high school with one of these, you literally get a red seal on your diploma, and that red seal indicates that you've specialized in an area. So for example, in hospitality and tourism, it shows that you've specialized in cooking and hospitality end of things. You've done co-op in the area, you've done some certifications in the area as well, and then you graduate with a red seal. But we offer them right now in manufacturing, hospitality and tourism, construction, and health and wellness. And of course, arts and culture, because we have our creative arts program at the back of the school as well. I'm going to briefly touch on the two programs, but you'll get far more than that. I think it's just important to note that both programs are considered academically rigorous. So they do obviously teach the Ontario curriculum, but they go beyond what is in the curriculum. So the pace can be faster than potentially a traditional course. The teachers would say that it requires critical and creative thinking and problem solving, working together as a team. They do a lot of projects working together. They look for students with an intellectual or creative curiosity. So students are willing to think outside of the box and be their own unique little selves. Specifically in our AP Prep, it is preparing students for advanced placement courses. And in a very small tidbit, advanced placement courses are essentially at the level of first year university, and you can earn credits at Canadian universities if you pass the test at a certain level. So our students in AP Prep, they'll take all these courses together. So they'll take English in grade 9 and 10, math in grade 9 and 10, and science, geography and French in grade 9, and then history in grade 10, and the rest of their courses will be their electives, their arts and perhaps their physical education and courses such like that, their technical courses. And for our Academic Arts Enrichment course, it's more of a creative thinking. It employs kind of a creative approach to learning. Some of the ways that they study English and geography in that program is astounding to me. And those students will take their English and history together, their English in grade 9 and 10, their geography in grade 9, an integrated arts course in grade 9, and then a history in grade 10. So I'm just going to tap on a couple of questions that come up every year. So the first one is typically about buses, and if there are buses for students who are outside of the LCVI catchment area. Not an easy answer to this. Yes and no. It has been a little bit trickier with COVID. It was harder last year and it's getting easier this year as restrictions kind of loosen up a little bit. But essentially it's through the parent and the family and tri-board transportation. You get a separate application for special programming. We do have a lot of success with getting students bused here, but it's definitely not a guaranteed thing. The other one, again, asked every year, is what the difference is between our AP programs and KSS's IB. We can speak to AP Prep, Academic Arts. We're happy to give you any information you want about those 3 programs. And then we highly recommend you go visit their presentation. I believe it's tomorrow night, and then get all your information from them for IB, and then just make an informed decision on your own in that regard. What students get accepted? The first thing I would say, and it's not actually there, is when I was on the selection committee, I noticed that teachers really look at the learning skills on a report versus the marks. So the learning skills are really important because they're looking for someone who's willing to grow, willing to be a critical thinker, willing to work hard and try and learn new things and learn in different ways. Can students with IEPs join these programs? 100%. We always have students with individualized education plans in these programs every year. They would be accommodated in those programs just as they are in regular programming. Just to keep in mind, the pace is faster. So that's something to consider, but absolutely they can be accommodated in these programs. That's kind of it from me. I'm just going to take you to my website briefly to show you where to get the links, but I'll also post them in the chat. So at 7:30, there's going to be 2 presentations at once. There'll be Ms. Leek will be doing the Advanced Placement Prep Program, and Mr. McCann will be doing the Academic Arts. I will be recording both of them, and then when I have a chance to kind of get them ready, I'll post them on the website. So if you wanted to attend both, you can just watch one later. Anytime, you're welcome to email me if you have any questions, or Ms. Reed Gray. And at 8 p.m., Mrs. Reed Gray will actually be doing a presentation on the Advanced Placement Program here at the school. And you'll be able to ask any questions you have in those sessions. I'm just going to take you through right here just to show you where to go. I'm going to put a link right in the chat right now, which is to the website where the links are to the next 2 sessions. But I'm going to switch over the camera to Mrs. Reed Gray, and then you'll notice in the chat that I'll post the links right there. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to post them right now in the chat. I do see a hand up, so you can go ahead and type it into the chat. Would probably be the easiest way. Oh, thank you for putting the link in there. So I'm going to switch over now to Mrs. Reed Gray, if she's ready over there.
I am. Good evening. I'm so happy to be part of this presentation and to be presenting later this evening at 8 o'clock about advanced placement. I do want to make a comment, and that is that all students in academic programming, as well as Academic Arts Enriched, as well as AP Prep, may choose to go into advanced placement in grades 11 and 12. We all know that students have different time periods when they set their goals and when they develop and grow, and so there is that flexibility. And I wanted to say that in this forum during the introduction, before people go off into the breakout rooms, and also some of you may return to the AP program in the at 8 o'clock, and some may not have that time but may come back to the recording. But I want to make sure that it's stated in both places that all of those students have the opportunity, because our advanced placement really is an umbrella that includes AAEP as well as AP Prep. And then in grade 11, students who were in the academic programming may also choose to take those AP courses. I would like to share my screen, because tonight at this point what I'd like to do is just take you through the application form. So if you'll just bear with me, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm also going to include sound, because I also have some testimonies that I would like to share with you from our past students. And I'm just trying to make this a little larger, and it's not moving. That's okay at the moment. Application is a one-step process. It's really quite easy. It is, here, I'm just going to move that. There we go. It's an application form that's posted on our LCVI website. You fill in that form before 3 p.m. on January 14th, and you have applied. Just to show you what that looks like, if you go to our LCVI studentservices.com website with the slashes and the pre-AP, AAEP /AP, you will discover the applications are already posted, and all you have to do is click on that link as you follow that giant arrow. And when you get in there, it is very informational in that you need to fill in your full name and your what school you're coming from, that sort of thing. There is one question that requires a writing piece of the student, and that is in 250 words or fewer. We'd like you to describe why you feel you would be an ideal candidate for the program to which you're applying, and you can apply to both with that single application, that single writing piece. You don't need to do a separate one for AAEP and a separate one for AP Prep. In that, when you're talking about how you would be an ideal candidate, you really need to focus on those pillars of the advanced placement program, which are intellectual curiosity, creativity, and commitment to learning. And so during that 250 words, I would expect details explaining how you demonstrate those 3 pillars. And just to review, as far as the when you're filling in the identity, from time to time every year I get applications that just have a single first name. What we ask for the full name, and would ask that you would include the preferred name if there is one, as well as the pronouns that are used. So for example, Charlotte Jane Smith, but the student prefers Charlie and uses the she, they pronouns. Another example, student actually goes by the middle name, but their full legal name is Stuart James Brown. I prefer Jimmy and I use he, him pronouns. So that will help guide you to fill in that particular section. We do need a copy of the progress report. That needs to be a scan, a PDF scan to upload. Now, there are several ways that you can do that. If you have a home scanner, that will work. At the school, the photocopiers all have a scanning function, and I'm sure that your teachers and or office staff would help with that. And the other alternative is there are lots of phone apps that you can use that would, like Tiny Scanner, for example, where you could photograph the progress report. It emails you a PDF, and then you can use that PDF to upload to our form. You will notice that we also ask for the full name and email of your teacher for consultation. This is nothing to fear. This is actually quite routine, and what we do is I have a conversation with the teacher because we're looking to make sure that the fit will be a good fit and will be best serving your student. And so they also are part of the team of support. And so that's why we have that consultation. It's not something where I write out or they write out a whole bunch of things, so we really aren't going to be sharing our conversation with students and or guardians, but please do be assured it will always be in your students' favor. Now, another thing to note, there is a cost to the AAEP and AP Prep programs. It covers both the grade 9 and 10 year. It is $75, and it's an activity fee for students in those 2 programs to cover materials and field studies over the course of those 2 years. Normally it's $100, but with COVID we have been restricted as far as our field studies. Last year, of course, they were unable to do any. However, this year that has started up again, and it has been wonderful, but we are going to continue with the reduction in fee for next year as well, just so that that is something that students will be able to get back into. Now I'm going to minimize my screen because what I'd really like to do is to have you hear some testimonies. These are going to be from students who have gone through both AAEP as well as AP Prep, and I should mention that originally, and I've been doing this for a very long time, originally, students in the AAEP program, the Academic Arts Enriched, we had originally named it LEAP, after the grade 7-8 program, also at Calvin Park, and we had named our AP Prep program Challenge. That changed, and so we have our current names, but the programs have evolved and continue to evolve, but they are those same programs. So here, if I might share this video with you.
Hey everyone, my name is Sam Gregory. I was in the Challenge program, now known as AP Prep, at LCVI back in 2007. I'm now the Director of Analytics at Inter Miami Football Club, a soccer team down here in Miami, and I've been in this role for about a year now. My time at the Challenge program at LCVI was really good. I was exposed to lots of new ideas. It helped prepare me for university, and I'm really glad I did it. LCVI is a great school, and I would encourage anyone else who's interested to apply. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your time at LCVI.
Hey, I'm Annika. I graduated LCVI in 2018 and then Sheridan College in 2021. Here I am at work at the Madewell Mascots shop in Toronto. And my time in AAEP was really, really spectacular. It allowed me to flourish in a hands-on working environment, which is really, really good for me. And I was surrounded by amazing teachers and amazing peers who work together to support each other's artistic development.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina Walker and I am a graduate of the class of 2014 at LCVI. I went to LCVI for the LEAP program, which is now known as the Academic Arts Enrichments Program. I am currently in Kingston as I finished competing this summer at my first Olympics in Tokyo for the sport of rowing, and I decided to take some time to come back home, and I'm actually coaching Queen's University rowing program, which has been super awesome to get back to the community and kind of see the other point of view in rowing. But in terms of LCVI, honestly, it was the best decision I ever made to go there, and it not only developed me as a person and a student, but also as an athlete. And the diversity and culture and community that's involved within not just the Academic Arts Enrichment program, but also just in the LCVI culture is phenomenal, and I can't recommend it enough. So hopefully you make this decision by going to LCVI, and thanks.
Hey there, my name is Landon Steenmakers. I'm currently a student in the Chemical and Bioengineering Co-op program at McMaster University. I'm also a member of the McMaster varsity swim team. More importantly, however, I am an alumni of LCVI's AP Prep and AP program. I believe that this program really prepared me for university life. It taught me how to manage my time properly and pushed me to develop good work habits that I still use every day. I also found that AP curriculum really set me up for success in my first year. I was learning things in some of my first year classes that perfectly bridged and in some cases even overlapped what I had been taught in high school. These habits and this knowledge, along with the positive environment constructed by the awesome teachers at LCVI, really made me show how fun and easy learning can be. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I graduated the AAE program in 2010. I'm currently based in Hong Kong, working in finance, and although I didn't end up in a creative field, the AAE program gave me the opportunity to explore education through an exciting and engaging environment. But more than that, what it gave me was a community I'd never really had before. The friendships and the connections I made through this program are still with me today, and I attribute a lot of the success I've had to the confidence and leadership skills I was able to develop there. I would absolutely encourage you to apply. It's an incredible program.
Go. And thanks to Tom for doing that editing of that. He is currently an AP student, and he is looking to be writing his calculus exams in the May of this year. And I'm just going to unshare my screen. I believe that we are at the time when you should be going to your breakout sessions. And we will look at these questions. Thankfully, Ms. Dupuis has been answering the ones in the chat, so we will send you off to your other links for the AAEP or the AP prep sessions. And thank you so much for attending. Ms. Dupuis.
Thank you, and I'll stay online for a few more minutes. If any of you wanted to ask any questions of me, I'll just hang out in here for a bit.